Hey everyone, welcome back to my workbench. Well, it's going to be a while. I'm going to be all over the place. Yeah, my encoder's overloading. Because Firefox is using too many resources. That's better. Alright, so, welcome back to my workbench. It's going to be a weird night. I got all sorts of different things I'm working on. And, the cool thing is, well, not cool. Maybe cool, interesting, is I got a return back for an IntelliVision controller, and there was a pretty obvious issue going on in some of the diagonals. So when I ripped it out, I found the most obvious one was there's two posts that hold the micro switches in place, and one of the posts is apparently snapped. So now I know going forward I'm going to apply a little bit of secondary retention, aka hot glue, to keep it from ever doing that accidentally. So I'll just add a little dab of it. I use it anyway for locking down some of the other components so it doesn't go flying off during shipping. So that was issue 1 I found. Issue 2 is, this is my fault, and I didn't trim, let me see if I can point at it. I didn't trim all the actuators on the micro switches to the same length. I can take this apart actually. This is fault number 2. So 1 was just bad luck, a snapped off piece of 3D printed plastic. I could fix that easy enough. Fault 2 was mine. Because I actually worked really hard to get the geometry right for this. So I tried messing with the geometry a little bit. Did a couple prints. Didn't make anything better. Made things a lot worse. So I realized, okay, geometry's solid. So I notice, I'm going to take this apart so you can see. So full disclosure here. Oh, one of those snapped off too. Okay, so wow, I got all sorts of plastic flying all over the place. So you could see what happened was this micro switch came loose here. So I noticed 2 things. I gotta make sure I use the same series of micro switch. You see, this is a different micro switch from these others. One of these is not like the other. So what happened was, you could see it's subtle, but this actuator here is not trimmed as short as the other 3. The other 3 are pretty close. This one's got a little long on the end. This also happens to be the one that snapped off. So I'm thinking there was just a little too much force as you came into that line, causing it to pop that. So I'm going to add some secondary retention. So this leads to an improvement I'm doing on the controllers due to this, and they'll be going forward. So what I noticed was, when I originally developed the True 16, I used a version which had 4 separate micro switches without a PC board on it. Dimensionally, it's very similar, but not identical. So if you notice, this version has all 4 micro switches are on one board, whereas this, they're independent from each other. That's not the problem. The problem is the diameter of this piece here. I'll show you my little demo here. The problem is the diameter of this piece gets held. Let me pop this off so you can actually see what I'm talking about here. So this is for people wondering how my crazy mind works. So what happens is, between that manufacturer and this manufacturer is, I've actually already replaced this once because I was playing around with it. This retainer clip here, here's one that is the wrong one too. So what happened was, well, okay, actually you could see it on this one. What happens, the problem is, this E-clip they have here is actually a little bigger diameter than the plastic actuator, which actuator, which is this part here. I already placed this E-clip on here, but even the only E-clip I can find. Sorry, son had a quick question. So this actuator here on the original E-clip here actually extends out from this surface. So what happens is, as you try to rotate through the on the second deck, like in this guy, is if you're rolling into it this direction, it's fine. But if you're coming back onto it, you can hit a bad scrape every now and then. You'll actually feel. See, this one is not too bad. It's broken in pretty well. But what happens is you actually feel. Oh no, that's because I didn't trim the actuators in this one. This one actually did not work correctly. This one needs to be torn apart. But what happens is you'll actually scrape metal on metal, and you'll catch like a little edge of this E-clip here as it rolls past. So that's not good. So right now I'm printing out a whole new batch. These are wrong. Whole new batch of these guys. Those get recycled. Whole new batch of those, and I'm going to be printing out a batch of replacement actuators for all the joysticks, where it's going to actually flare out very slightly, so you'll always have a plastic against metal experience there, so it'll give a nice slick roll over that actuator for the micro switches. And the reason you want to do that is it gives you a nice consistent feel, and yeah, not really noticeable like my first batches of controllers, because again it used the separate micro switch version, which he used for some reason. The center actuator is a little bit bigger, so the E-clip doesn't really hit the metal. But this one, these guys kind of do. So I'm gonna just print my own, man, and replace it and give everyone a better feel for that, and better off access. So if I ever get a return, it's not like, oh, replace it, ship it out. I want to know what happened to it and what I can do to make them better. So that's a good thing. So I'm going to make sure my actuators all trimmed the same exact length. I'm going to replace that part with a 3D printed part, and that's going to have everything, and add a little secondary retention to those micro switches so they can never snap and fly off. So that being said, that means I have some time to work on, well, parts of printing, because it takes hours to do prints. Once those are printing, I've actually got 4 enclosures cut already for batch orders going out. Oh, this is a little weird thing I've been playing with. It's not working great. This is a little demo for I need to reverse. It's a classic science fiction trope. I want to reverse the polarity of something, and it's just a little USB powered. I need to reverse the logic. So if you go through, oh no, joystick's not gonna. No, lower deck's still there. Let's see. Oh, that comes out horribly in video. Okay, let me tip it up a little bit. You can actually, I'm going to reverse the logic on it so you can actually see it. So, but yeah, the little thing I was playing with there. So, because I'm waiting for 3D stuff to print, it gives me a little time to play with a couple other things. Like, put away these million LEDs that spewed all over my workbench here. So I was experimenting there. So I'll get a little busy box made up for it. But I've had a couple projects personal projects I've been wanting to work on. I haven't been able to. One of them is my little, oh, it's heavy. Here's my little portable Connex. So you got a Raspberry Pi 5 in there running RetroPie. and I wanted to upgrade the couple parts of it. One of them is going to be the charging circuit and battery. So I'm switching over to this giant honker here. Maybe I gotta fix something else on here first. So what I'm doing is, it used to be a simple battery gauge on there. It's gonna have a little, just a volt indicator on there to show what the charge is. Let's see. This is kind of cool. It's self-powered by the whatever the energy source is. Get 12.5 volts right now. Little 3S module, and then where are you? Oh, my brain is off today. We went out fishing today. We got caught in the rain and got a little bit soaked. Where are the little connectors? Right? So I already have a there's a hole I had on the side here for pressing the button to check the state of charge. So instead, I'm going to use that for the charging port. I'm using this 4-pin style here, and the reason you have to have 4 pins is because when you charge, you're going to have. This is a balancing module charger. This is for like RC vehicles, stuff like that. So this one will do a 2S or a 3S setup here, but it'll balance them, which is nice. So I need to get from this JST, or is it JD? Yeah, JST to this 4-pin, more or less microphone style, and then that to the battery itself. So inside the box, I need to hack a cable to go to the charger. I just need to be consistent when I pick. So let's go from, say, pin 1 will be red. So this doesn't need to be right in front of me. So yeah, that's my little comics there. That is a RetroPie based, Raspberry Pi 5 based. I wanted something that was like really nutty powerful, so I could run like N64 and stuff like that, games on there. So that's a fun one there. And then I just need to see what I'm doing here. Old man's getting blind. So we'll call pin 1 will be red. This is panel side. Talking to myself here. This is panel side going to. I need a voice. I never seem to find a voice I needed. Actually, I do not have many voices. Electrically and mechanically and life-wise. Whoa, too close. No, it's upside down. Pin 1's on top. So logically, I need to go from. I'll snip the male end off, technically female end off, and go into here. So yeah, I'm sure I'll have an IntelliVision update tomorrow once I get those parts printed out. The one part really hasn't changed. This is my normal upper deck, but what's the gauge this is? Let's guess 20. Looks like 20. So what it'll be is a really nice improvements to it, and I was not like super duper happy with the inconsistency in the manufacturing of the joystick, so at least this way I'll have an exact one. And I put a nice little taper on there too, so it'll flare out very slightly, so it won't, the E-clip won't be a problem. Let's pack some of this. Anyone want to watch? Let's see. You can watch an old man solder. Don't worry, I'm wearing pajama bottoms right now. Don't see anything weird or vulgar. I need to get a little base for this magnifying lamp. Good little magnifier. Not this one. You don't need to see that one. Oh, hey, let's see if I could I can do some extreme close up there. Oh, there you go. Well, that's kind of funny, actually. Whoa, you are a little front heavy. Oh, you're too light. There we go. Well, that's a lot of glare. Okay. Tilt that down slightly. Bring that back so you can see it. So what I like to do is fill the solder pockets basically with a little solder first. There's one. One is here. Oh, you're not taking the tinning well, are you? There you go. Sorry, I'm gonna have to put the magnifier back there so I can see what I'm doing here. Alrighty. And then is this gonna go? One will be red. I'll tin it out a little bit first. Get that pocket out. Wrap that right in there. There we go. The reason I went with this style of connector is it can handle relatively decent currents. So even though that charger is only 800 milliamps, it's still decent amount of current. 1/8 of an amp. Sorry, 0.8 amps. Which is good because you get a nice, slow, even charge then. I'll fill all 4 pockets with solder while I'm here. Cups, actually, not pockets. Yeah, they're tinned pretty well. They take the solder nice. So yeah, I was out fishing and I got quite wet. It was really raining here for a while. I mean, I had a poncho on, but still, standing out in the rain is not all that fun. Now, let me tin these things in here. Here's a cool little tool. If you've never seen it, you use it for holding your wire so you can easily. I use it for tinning stuff, or if I'm connecting 2 wires. If 2 wires, I go from one on one side, one on the other. So, but for now, I'm just going to use it for a little tinning. So we got a little bit of a sniffle. So pardon me if I pause and sneeze somewhere. Oh yeah, don't stand out in the rain. Oh goodness. All right. Two, three. I gotta pause a second and get a tissue. Okay. Gross, but needed to be done. I'll put a little bit better of a fixture. So that my wife is listening to some true crime. if I have time tonight, which I probably won't, because I need to get to bed soon. I'm not feeling great. I have a couple of from a local Atari user group I'm part of. I have a couple of 2600s that just need a momentary switch replaced on them. Not terribly hard to do. I might need to change the tip of my iron because that's going to be a bit of mass for those switches. If I get a chance, I'll open that up tonight. I got 3 other repairs waiting in the wings too, but my joystick orders have just been coming hot and heavy a while. So that is a different matter. Oh, my eyes are watering. Okay. That's not fun. So yeah, as I get older, I keep using more magnifications. This makes it a lot easier. I think this is a 12x. Pretty darn good glass, which is nice, this magnifier. Alright, so this is going to be panel sign. This will go into the battery. And then I need to do the opposite gender, which is going to be the female one, which is this guy, is going to go get mounted inside this. What we got here? This is a little microphone style. Let's see. Get this apart. You just have to be very mindful of your everything gets reversed. So as you look into it, so you gotta be sure you reverse it. So yeah, in terms of IntelliVision, I've got well, technically 8 orders, 7 plus online and 1 in person. I'm gonna do because they're local. There we go. All right, we gotta remember our order here, so we gotta make sure charger. I need female, going to the charger. So we cut the male. If you ever wonder what something is, you look under the skirt, that's male. It's an old electronics joke. Strip all these. Strip back some wires. Sniffles are bad, pardon me. Oh, man. Let's see how I feel in the morning. I'm not feeling great right now. Alright, so you gotta make sure that goes through there first. And then, don't want to lose you. Where is 1, my friends? 1 is over here, so it goes the opposite direction, counterclockwise. That's 1 here, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So just something to be mindful whenever you work on connectors. It's going to be mirrored as you look at from the other direction. Let's see. So here's pin 1. 1 is red. Double check because I am sick right now. 1. Stuff is falling on the floor. Ooh, I might have to cut this video short. I am feeling a little out of it right now. Not in a good way. Ooh, yeah, I'm done. I am like, my eyes are watering, I'm sneezing like crazy, so hopefully I didn't catch anything. Ugh, okay, that'll be it for tonight, and I think I'm gonna turn off the old soldering iron because I am feeling a little loopy right now. Not fun. The flashing lights is on the soldering. Okay, everyone, have a good night. I'm gonna get some sleep. I don't feel great. But I'll continue to work on the IntelliVision stuff and fun things, and next video I'll probably show from a live tomorrow the improved IntelliVision joystick section. Everything else is pretty much going to stay the same, just a little subtle improvements there. Alright everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good night.